And we're back.
Yay! More leaks.
Yee. Today is just hopefully going to be a quick episode. Just going to be talking about a little bit of leaks and a little bit of news. And then after that, it's going to just be another week. Proxy video is going to come out real fast, or before this, or depending on how I edit. Who knows? Stay tuned. But anyway, as always, we're going to just hit on the week's leaks. And today, this week has been special-ish. You know, with the VR and some new mechanics.
Yeah, I'm gonna say is something that's got me excited, and some other friends of ours excited.
Oh yeah, and project voice. But
projections.
Yeah, pretty much. So, going straight into the week's leaks, we're gonna start off with Tachikaze right on Monday. There were two cards leaked. One was a double rare, one was a common, and both pretty interesting. So we're gonna cover the double rare first. It's a grade 2 9K. Turbo Smith. My God, here we go with the names.
Give it here.
Yeah, give it here.
Turbo Smillion.
Exactly. Even the Americans having trouble.
Smilodon.
Whatever, it's a cat. Or a saber-toothed tiger. Or both. A saber-toothed cat.
Aaron would know.
Pretty much. I'll ask him next time. But it has one simple ability that really works well with Tachikaze. Auto Vanguard Rearguard. When placed, or when it attacks a Vanguard, you may put the top card of your deck face down as an equip gauge for one of your rear guards. So 2 equip gauges for the price of 1 unit. So you can get your Basset on your grade 2 to 2 equip gauges almost right away. You can set up more cards to gain more power depending on where you put it. It just accelerates. It's just a simple, good skill.
But it can also be very bad, because if you're engaging a lot, this is a mandatory. So.
No, you may put.
Oh, never mind then.
Don't put words on the effect.
Oh, you was talking about it was mandatory the other day, so.
I never said that. You lie. You were also under anesthesia.
Fair enough.
Wisdom teeth. Anyway, the other unit is a grade 1 that got leaked. It is Savage Ogre, whatever. Auger.
It's a savage shaman.
Exactly. But it's an interesting ability. It's act rearguard once per turn, cost counterblast 1, and put an equip gauge on the bottom of your deck. And one of your units gets power 10,000 until the end of turn. Really good effect under 2 circumstances. If Tachis ever get a shuffle mechanic, and if they get a countercharge mechanic. Because looking at this, you can only technically do 5 times a game if you use all 5 of your counterblast, which means you're not doing any other counterblast skills. And you're only putting 5 equip gauges on the bottom of your deck, which you're only going to reach when you deck out. The 10k is a pretty good add-on, but the cost and what happens, I'd rather have equip gauges on board and units gain power from those equip gauges and save counterblast than waste on this. But if they do get a countercharge and or shuffle, my opinion on this will change.
And what rarity is this again?
Common!
And that's why.
Exactly. Anywho, continuing on, we had a stream that leaked Spike Brothers. Oof.
So
interesting direction.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with Spike Brothers because it's in flavor with what they are. But it's very interesting how they're treating it. So
Spike Brothers' whole thing before was power, and call units from deck, and technically like almost a deck thing. Mm-hmm. Now they're going draw, and interestingly enough, move markers. Mm-hmm. So what I mean by that is I'm going to go from the bottom down, or bottom up. And I'm going to start off with a grade 2 that got leaked. It's a pretty simple grade 2 common, I believe. Yep, common. And it's Provoke Needle. Continuous rearguard. If it is on a rearguard with a force marker, this unit gets power 10,000. So if it's on force 1, 30k attacker, force 2, 20k attacker, double critical. Simple effect, not bad. This is where things get interesting. Grade 2, double rare. The range, Thaddeus. I think it's Thaddeus. Yeah. Auto rearguard. When it attacks, cost counterblast 1 and move all of your force markers to this unit's circle. Its other ability is auto rearguard. When its attack hits, If this unit circle has a force marker, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire. So this is an interesting thing because it starts moving markers. Now if you do force 1, if you keep riding and making force markers, this thing is just going to get big because you're going to move all the force markers under it. More markers, the bigger it gets. If you use force 2 on the other hand, you can have 2 units on your already first grade 3 ride have double critical just for 1 marker.
Yep.
And that mentality transitions to the VR, Deadhead Bull Spike. This thing, okay, it looks cool for one thing, but it takes that moving markers and takes it to another level. So its effect is Auto Vanguard. When your unit attacks, cast Soul Blast 1 and move all of your force markers to that unit circle. Its other ability is Auto Vanguard once per turn. When the attack of your unit on a circle with a force marker does not hit, draw a card, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and retire it.
So, like I said, it's a flavor because you know how rugby and football, American football, you know, it's just like they pass from player to player the football along, so you're basically passing the marker like a football.
The markers.
Regardless, but yeah, it kind of stays in flavor with what the clan is.
Oh yeah.
Which is nice. It's not broken, but it's very powerful.
Like, there are 2 circumstances. You either go Force 2 or Force 1. Force 2 for Spikes is really good just because Spikes inherently get in bigger numbers. So big numbers, double critical is always dangerous. But it can go two ways. You can either go for a power push where you keep riding grade 3s, making markers, and then with this thing, keep moving those markers, making your columns even bigger every time. Or if you, this is an instance where if you're going first, this is really good. You can go Force 2, rush them down, and then on your grade 3 ride while your opponent's at grade 2, just keep moving that 1 Force 2 marker around, making every attack double critical already on grade 3 on their grade 2. Yeah. Like, on paper that sounds okay, but in practice it's wow.
Yeah, like, if you're not prepped for it happening, it's going to catch you off guard, and you're going to be put at like at least 5 damage by the time you get to grade 3.
Yep.
Which, if you're, and then of course they're gonna have Siegfried right after that. So if you're not prepared, you're at 1 damage. You're gonna have a multi attack happening.
Like, do this guy, more than likely the force marker is gonna end up on the rear guard, Force 2. And then if you ride Siegfried, put the other Force 2 on the other rear guard, then you have a rear guard double critical, rear guard double critical, and then on head that sands something. Like, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place at that point.
Like I said, it's not broken because you can still play around this, but it's very, very strong.
And if you do push with the Force 2s, his second ability is almost going to guarantee you retiring something and drawing a card. Which means you're essentially getting 3 cards that turn just from the Vanguard.
Exactly.
Like, really good all around. Not broken, but fun. Moving on, we have Megacolon leagues that also start doing a new mechanic.
Yay! I'm so happy for this.
Yep.
I'm so happy.
I'm going to read the effects, and I'm going to let Alex geek over them, because I did it with Spikes and Tachi, so I'm going to let him have something. But the first unit we're going to cover is a double rare grade 1. Brownie Jerk. That's its name, yeah. Auto rear guard, when placed, costs Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets power 6k until the end of turn. And then there's a comma. Put the top of your opponent's deck into the drop zone, and if it's grade 1 or greater, Soul Charge 1. Its second ability is Auto Rear Guard. When it boosts a unit that attacks a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, cause discard a card from your hand. Your opponent chooses a card from his or her hand and discards it.
It's finally we're getting that. It looks to be a mill mechanic and Vanguard. I've talked about this with my friends for years in the game, even before Philip even started playing, and like how amazing and strong this would be in the game, because some decks can just accelerate through their decks so fast, and just even if something would just start milling them, they would just die so quickly. Oh. And now we have a deck, not only is it milling, but it's a protect deck, so you can wait your opponent out to mill them out.
Thankfully, it's a when placed cost, so you're not overusing it.
But this is just the start. This is only a double rare, right?
Double rare, correct?
Yeah, so we still have triple rares in the VR that can do even better.
Who knows? I also like the fact that it's an on-boost, I ditch, you ditch, put ourselves on the same level type of deal.
Yeah.
Depending on how you use it, it can be really good. You can even ditch a protect marker as well.
I mean, if you're trying to really push for a final turn, you can just start discarding your hand to make sure your opponent can't guard you.
Yeah, pretty much. Like in a sense, it's almost like using 2 cards to guard.
Mm-hmm.
But continuing, there was also a common leak, a rare grade 1 leak next to it. Flowery Tiara, which surprisingly it's not a new nectar unit. But continuous rearguard, if your opponent's card was put from deck into drop zone during this turn, this unit gets 5k, so it becomes a 13k attacker on its own. Or a booster.
It's pretty decent. Depending on what they get though, it depends on what they do. I mean, what they can, what they'll run or whatever.
Hey. Ride this, my opponent rides a grade 2, uses a Binoculus Tiger, mills a card. Hey, this is a 13k base now. Wait a minute.
It's real.
No, it's regular only. Never mind.
Yeah, so depending on what they get, depends if that's round.
Pretty much. Anywho, continuing on with a couple more leaks.
Yep.
We're back to Spike Brothers with 2 comments. Like nothing special, but interesting cards nonetheless. We got Jackknife Janice. Pretty simple grade 2. Is it a grade 2? Yes, it is. No, grade 1. Grade 1. Grade 1. Auto rearguard. At the end of the ballot, it boosted a rearguard, and that unit's circle has a force marker. Cost +1, put that rearguard into your soul and draw a card. Kind of works well with the current VR. Mm-hmm. Although Counterblast is kind of, I like to say that Counterblast for Siegfried, but I mean you draw a card, you put something to soul. That's not bad for common. Mm-hmm. The other guy is a little bit more interesting. Oh, I see how you can combo these 2 now. Anyway, the other guy is a grade 3 without a force marker, common, breaking Grand Mobile. Interesting effect within Spike Brothers. Mm-hmm. Auto rearguard. When your Vanguard attacks, cost +1 and Soul Blast 1 breaking Grand Mobile, and stand this unit. So you get essentially more multi-attack depending on how you play. But the cost is having him in Soul, and the only way to do that is with Siegfried, or with the grade 1 we just read. Yep. I can see this comboing off for Siegfried. Oh. Sadly, it doesn't gain power, but if you use force markers like 13 something, Siegfried attacks, this stands.
Or you could use Siegfried and get power.
I mean, yeah, Siegfried's gonna get it power, so yeah, 23 to 30. I might be playing it. We'll see. Anyway, continuing on, the last of the week's leaks. We're ending it with Tachikaze and a favorite unit among most old veteran players.
I love that they brought this back. I'm upset that it's not anywhere close to what it used to be, but I'm happy to kind of see it back.
It has homage. And of course we're talking about a triple rare grade 3 Destruction Dragon Dark Rex. Like it has homage. It looks also nice. It's kind of... Maybe I'm not seeing the potential of it. To me, it's kind of lackluster compared to what we already have. Anyway, it has 2 abilities. Act Drop Zone. If your Vanguard is grade 2 or greater and you did not ride during this turn, cost discard 2 equip gauges and ride this card as stand or call it to rearguard. Its other ability is Continuous Vanguard Rearguard. During the battle it attacked, this unit gains power 2k for each of your equip gauges. Equipped gauge. Each of your equipped gauge. Basically all of them on the board.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not under it, it's everything. So. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not amazing. Like, it's not the old Dark Rex where, like, in combat, sack 3, ride it, and get an extra Vanguard attack. But it's a decent card.
It's a decent card. Like, it can gain decent power however you build the board. You can technically get a card from Drop Zone.
The problem is that this card also requires you to have to not ride that turn. So if you did ride this turn, you can't really bring it back unless you just decide to just say, I'm gonna stay on this Vanguard, and then stack a bunch of equip gauges.
It really will depend on what the VR does, for the simple fact of, like, you want to stay on Gigarex right now. Mm-hmm. Like, he's power, he has that damage mechanic that right now with the current support is just accelerating even faster.
Yeah, so now you can ping him twice.
Yeah, and it's just an overall good card for equip gauging. And if you do use his skill to ride him from Drop Zone, Sure, you're getting another, Excel marker, you're getting a unit during your main phase, maybe you're drawing a card if you Excel 2, but then you're kind of losing that gauge mechanic, and you're also, depending on the board, this guy's might be a 13, a 15, a 17k attack, not big numbers, but meh.
It's not like the other grade 3 that you use as a backup. That's the thing, that's the problem with it right now.
It really will depend on what the VR does. Maybe it combos off with the VR nicely. I still maybe run 2 of it just for the option of just making a rear guard.
True.
But the other card that got leaked with it, it's actually pretty interesting and it accelerates equip gauging. It's Light Blade Dragon Tundilifo. Whatever. It's a nice blue dinosaur. Anyway, its ability is all act rearguard cost. Rest this unit, choose one of your rearguards and put the top card of your deck face down as an equip gauge for that unit, or move all equip gauges from one of your rearguards to it. Then cost Counterblast 1 and choose and the chosen unit gets 5k until the end of turn. Like, really, this is not a bad card. It just accelerates that equip gauging, so you can do Giga Rex faster. You can maybe pay the cost for a Dark Rex, or just move all those equip gauges from one unit to a specific unit that just gets bigger with equip gauging, or draws a, like, it's such a great utility card for a grade 1 rare. Mm-hmm. And also in those cases where you do have the extra Counterblast, just adding that extra 5k just means one more extra card from hand maybe. Mm-hmm. I mean, overall, not a bad card.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
But yeah, that was the week's leaks. Hopefully next week we're going to see another VR, either Megacolony or Tachikaze. Hopefully more, seeing what Megacolony might do with that milling or discarding.
Yeah, hopefully, and we do know Tuesday is going to be a stream, so we're either going to see something big from Tachi or something big from Megacolony, since we already saw Spikes.
I do want to say the great one that got leaked with the ditching, the whole flower tiara, looks like a Neonectar, and then the gray one that mills also has a new Atama effect of ditching. Like, Megacolony is kind of jumping all around the place.
Well, like I said, we'll see. Maybe when you start seeing more cards, get more harmonious.
Yep. Last bit of news, if I can get to it. Back. Over here. There we go. Anyway, last bit of news. Apparently on August 20th, which is next week Tuesday stream, or later or whatever, there will be new restriction list update.
So, just so you guys know, don't get your hopes up.
What is that supposed to be?
Just because they're announcing a new restriction list doesn't mean that they're going to add anything to it. They've done it before where they just, here's a new restriction list. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if we look at the meta, like, I saw this one post out, hopefully I can find it. It was I still have it. It was a meta-analysis courtesy of, don't want to close it, courtesy of, on Facebook, it's apparently Vision. I don't know if people know, props, whatever. It's a meta-analysis after Extra Booster 8. And it's a pie chart. According to the pie chart, 26% of the meta is still Bermuda Triangle. Surprisingly, 20% of the meta is Nova Grappler. Link Joker is coming in at 17%, and then 8% is both Grand Blue and Dimension Police. So Dimension Police is kind of making a name for itself. At 6% is both Gold Paladin and Aqua Force. And then the only more notable are Kogoro, Neonectar, and Pale Moon, all at 3%. Pale Moon I can see with Silverthorn. Neonectar is making a weird appearance. I guess they're still good because of all the tokens.
That's the first. Is this the post Miyagi?
This is post Extra Booster 8. Extra Booster 8 is the My Glorious Justice.
Oh, okay. So goals and everything hasn't gone there. So,
no.
So, okay. I can see that because Narukami is going to be a big player whenever that set.
Oh yes. I can see Kogoro dropping with the end not being everything it was cracked up to be, and the great being good but not enough.
Yeah.
I can see Link Joker being up there with good percentages because of Messiah. I can definitely see Nova Galpin being up there because of hand size, multi-attack power. It's just, push deck. I can see Bermuda up there because that's not surprising. Grand Blue, 8%. I think it could be more. I think just people have trouble piloting it.
Yeah, that deck you have to have a lot of self-control with. So, I mean, I can see people just trying to pick it up and not knowing when to stop milling.
And then Deep Police, Gold Paladin, Alka Force. I can see those. I'm assuming Deep Police people are just forgetting this is a lot of power. If I don't have a PG for the Vanguard, I'm more than likely dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then depending on what you're running, PG for the second Vanguard, it's coming after the first Vanguard.
Exactly.
But yeah, fun stuff. So that was, episode 22 of V-Time. New leaks, new updates, restriction lists, meta analysis. Thank you to Vision on Facebook, whoever that is.
I think it's a team.
They did good work.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, proxy videos are either up or coming up. Got some more and some more ready to go. We might be testing out Tachikaze soon. We might be testing out Megacolonys soon.
Definitely some Megacolony.
Yeah.
I got a friend Lon who's a big Megacolony fan.
Oh yeah. Once some more concrete leaks come out, we're definitely gonna do a proxy episode with him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. Like always, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this if you want to your friends. Watch us be goofy.
Yeah.
And I've been Phil.
This is Alex.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Woo!
More chocolate.
You realize that we're on a timer, right?
Yep. Make sure you more fast.